Hello everyone, Smashing in here, and welcome back to the Bedrock Robust Minecraft SMP. It has been a bit until I've done, it's becoming nighttime, until I've done anything on the server. I've been working off screen on a few things. Ooh, Wandering Trader. What do you have? What do you got? Anything interesting? Dirt. Just dirt. Tropical fish, pumpkin, dark oak saplings. Ah, at least I got a head. Heads are always useful. By the way, you might notice I have the fly stick 2.0 because I lost my original when I died in lava. And Chaos made me a new one. Also, the head here is gone. More on that in a bit. There. Heads. Now let me make it daytime. Thank you. So yeah, as I was saying, I really need to get my arm on screen again. I really need to make that happen. But yeah, as I was saying, welcome back to the BOB, where some weird stuff has been going on lately. As I discovered yesterday when I accidentally kidnapped Ten's entire stream on a tour, I guess. Yeah, that went very weird. I was just gonna troll them by being invisible, and then I suddenly kidnapped their stream and showed them stuff. Now you might be wondering what kind of stuff. Well, we just kind of wandered around a bit and found a mysterious tugboat. I'll show it off in a bit. We found a mysterious tugboat, and I gave them a small teaser as to what's to come. We all know about the mafia village I'm constructing and what's to come there. I've been pretty open about it because it's nothing too secret. It's something I actually am going to look for getting some help with, because I will be constructing most of this myself. But there are some parts of it I don't trust my own building capabilities in to give it that good Halloween feel, so I'm gonna hope to get some help on that. However, one thing I am doing myself is my secret side project that I have not shown on camera so far, that I gave just a slight teaser to 10 stream. For those of you that watch, you'll know. For those of you that didn't, you can go check it out on their Twitch. I'll link it in the description for you. I suggest checking it out because it is something that's going to get very interesting very, very fast. Because over this next week, you're probably going to see a lot of BOB videos. Because I want to make a lot of progress on the Mafia Town. And on my own little side project. Where is this side project? Well, yeah. Let's just say it's good to beware the monster that waits beneath the bed. I love that. I love that line, actually. It's very fitting. I still need to properly finish the bed, actually. I was gonna double layer it, but I never finished that. I'll do it later. During the time-lapse, probably. Because, surprise, it's time-lapse day again. But before we get to all that, I'm gonna quickly hop over to the mysterious boat. And see if I can show you all what's going on the BOB server while I was gone. Alright, and here we are. That is really loud. I'm sorry. That's way louder than I expected it to be. Alright. Sorry, that was very loud for me. Here we are. This is just a quick stop at the Cap and Zap shop, because from here I know how to get to where we need to be. But I just like... It's always fun to check on the free stuff, an armor stand, a white llama head. I could always use more leads. I might come back for some netherite sometime. Where cookie? It still spills out paper, that's great. I mean, I wonder why it does that. It's not like... It's weird, someone must have put paper in there. I wonder who could have done that. I missed the path. This is actually one of the spots I came across with 10 on their stream when I kidnapped them. I actually may or may not have confessed to my crime of adding fun little papers to the cookie dispenser. It was kind of fun. Because you just expect a cookie and you just get a paper. Where cookie? I thought it was I had extra papers and I happened to be there and I happened to have levels, so I thought, you know what, why not? It's just fun. I didn't take any cookies. You can still actually get a cookie. Technically, I didn't do anything bad. There's still cookies. Just might give people, make people chuckle every now and then. I love the view from this place. You can see our little island and that. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know what that is, but it's neat. No idea what it is. It's just it's someone's build. That's all that matters. I'm gonna have a tower like that someday, but that's probably gonna be somewhere after Halloween, maybe around Christmas somewhere. Who knows? But welcome. You might remember this place. It might look familiar. Yeah, it's Sask's boat shop. Now you might wonder why we're here. Well, one, I may or may not buy a boat sometime. It's actually a pretty good place. It's a nice little place. They got themselves some nice boats. They got themselves some good business over here. Actually, if they recently got new stock, I might be interested in. Can this thing also launch players? I'll pass them over here. It worked almost. Is there any free boats left? Bummer. But that is why we're here. That boat. Because I don't know where that came from. Or why it's all the way out here. But it's weird. I don't know what that boat is. I don't know what it's doing here. But I'd like to find out. Because something fishy is going on there. I have not seen this boat before, but according to 10, they knew this boat. Or I think, no, maybe it was Sask even. We found it on the stream, and I don't know what this boat is. But according to 10 or Sask, I don't know which of the two, they know this boat, because apparently it's a boat from Big Brain Craft. Now, I was never on Big Brain Craft, because I joined during that and I only started playing this season, which is technically a different SMP, but it is still the same members and everything. This is basically Big Brain Craft 2, but what is this? All items, 1 stack per diamond? I'd like some slime blocks, actually. Anything else interesting? Nether warts, more warts. Yeah. It's a shame you can't turn these back into nether wart. Otherwise, I would have bought some. More stem. Ooh, mycelium. Give me some. I like mycelium. Oak, dark oak, wood, and steak. So this is a shop then? Is it just a shop? It's apparently from Big Brain, but it's just a shop. Why is it here? What is it doing here? Weird. I've heard some tales about weird things going on, but this... I guess we'll wait and see what it gets up to. Because I have my own plans to worry about, and this... Wait, I want a cookie. Nope. I'm trying to get a screenshot of it. Wait. Why am I being difficult? There's an easier way to do that. I can just... Aha! I win. I can get a screenshot of the tuck now. This will come in handy. You might see this in the thumbnail of this video. No promises. Anyway. Where were we? Right, I'm gonna make my way back to my island. So we can start on that time lapse. So I'll see. That looked like a very weird hole, but it's just a ravine. I'll see y'all when I get there. And we're back. really hurt. Oh, my knees. We're back on the island. Why are we back? Because there's work to do here. So I'm going to quickly take you through what I want to cover and what we're going to be covering in this time lapse. I'll record the voiceover when it's all good and done, because I'm going to do a voiceover again, because I actually like doing that a lot more than just music. I might do music still from time to time or a bit in the background. I'll see how that goes, but you'll see when we get there. But what I mainly want to build is the bridge and start figuring out the house situation a bit. I'm going to see if I can start constructing some. I'm probably going to just ignore these marks and start building them all over the place, because I'm going to need plenty to make sure everyone has a place to stay, and then I'm going to rig all of them with the dev method of the game, but that's coming later. For now, I just want to start figuring out the houses. So on that note, enjoy the time lapse. Alright, it's time for another time lapse, this time with voiceover, because I personally prefer it over music. I will probably still do music from time to time if I have nothing special to mention, or don't have time to record a voiceover. But for now, it's time for another one with voiceover, because let's talk about Halloween let's bit, alright? I've been working on the Halloween skins for both myself and Ash in the background. You've seen my skin change from bit by bit. But I'm working on something big for either on Halloween or right after. I want to see if I can get it done by Halloween minimum, so I can at least have the big reveal already. But yeah, I'm working on some big things, alright? The Mafia Town is probably one of my smaller projects this season. But I do want to see if I can do a lot of construction on that this week. I'll probably bring out another episode tomorrow in which I see about building some houses. And probably going to be daily BOB episodes until the weekend, because I have less time to record in the weekend, because I'm usually busy. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan this week on the BOB videos and stuff. I would also like to take a second, because as you'll notice, or might be able to see, once again I've winged the designs. I've just kind of done my own thing, figured it out as I went. I do that pretty often and it usually works out pretty well. But this one, I don't know what I did with the fountain, as you can see on screen right now, but it doesn't look half that bad. Honestly, I think it looks decent. But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on there. I have no idea what I did on it, but I'm happy with how it turned out. So I'm just gonna roll with that. On a different note, I want to talk about the situation around the special plans, because I'm gonna suggest you, like I say multiple times in this video, check out Den's stream for the small teaser I dropped, which I'm also gonna say here, because I've decided to call it the monster beneath the bed. Kind of cliche maybe, but that is kind of why I decided to build the bedding HQ as a giant bed, because that is what I was gonna use it for originally anyway, and it just seems like a fitting name. What the monster is going to be and what's going to happen around it, you'll find out later, because that is something I'm still working on. I do know what I want to do, but I haven't really decided on how it enters the server and where it comes from yet, but that's work in progress. More on that when the time comes, of course. For now, Mafia Town is my main goal. I want to figure out the redstone behind it, because the only real redstone needed is the kill system and then adding the dead people to the graveyard. But I'll figure it out when I get there. For now, that's it for this time lapse. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all back in the video. Alright, there we go. Much better. We're back from the time lapse, and I've made some good progress, I think. I'm quickly going to take you over what I did, even though you've already seen it. I'm just going to show you again, because this is what I wanted to do today. I built this bridge. Once again, I winged it with the design as per usual, and I think it looks kind of good. It has support, so it's not just randomly floating, and I made sure to center them. It is perfectly symmetrical on both sides. I might see about changing the torches for little lampposts or something, but I'm not sure about that yet. I think it looks kind of good as is, and the torches do kind of fit. Because I would use redstone torches for Halloween, but those don't give off enough light. But I think it looks kind of good. It's a nice bridge. It serves its purpose as a bridge. You can very easily walk over it. Just go. I would make it. I wanted to go up per slab originally, but it would have become an issue here because it would be too low. So I just decided to go with this instead. But I think it works, and that's all that matters. Actually, yeah, you can jump on the fence. As long as you don't jump on the fence, it will prevent you from falling off, because you can actually you can get on these quite easily if you just do this. Because this is like perfectly in line with them. Did I just go up an entire block like that? Ah, that's probably why. Yeah, fair enough. It's pretty easy to get on the edge, but, you know, it serves its purpose as a bridge. That's all I wanted it for. And I built I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what I built there. Let's see if we can rip that over a bit faster. There we go. But meet the town center. I already said I was gonna build a town center, and I decided to go for a nice little fountain. I have some nice little, you can have some nice little water. I decided to slab the thing, but I had to lower some of the slabs so the water can go in. Otherwise it just laid on top and ruined the whole idea. But I didn't want to make the entire thing lower because I kind of like it being halved. But yeah, I want to probably here on this hill, I'm probably gonna remove the house and instead make a little like campfire meeting area for the people to discuss what happened during the night and see who's dead, see who they suspect, and the detectives to say what they know and stuff like that. Because I think that could be quite helpful and important for this. So that house might move somewhere, but I'll see about that when I get there. And I think that's kind of everything I had for this episode. Make sure to check out Ten's Twitch in the description if you're curious about what I'm up to, because they have a small teaser of what I'm up to over there, which is something I'm going to be working on now once I finish this episode, because there's a lot of work to be done there before it's complete in any way, and there's some more off-screen, behind-the-scenes stuff that needs to be worked on, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps me out a lot, and I'll see you all in the next video. Ciao!